Tasmania Police Marine and Rescue Squads are the real-life water rats. 32 highly trained men and women dedicated to search and rescue and enforcing fisheries law. They're the only police in Australia who do it all.
Let the demon get down the river a bit before we actually do it. This happens on a regular basis just so that these guys in the back can carry out their duties professionally, so we don't make it slip up when we really need it.
This morning in Hobart, the Tasmanian Special Operations Group heads out on a counter-terrorism exercise. But it's Lee Stanley and John Pratt of Marine and Rescue who will put the boats through their paces.
Ready to go? Yep. Okay, over there, Pete. Waves. There'll be a bit of rock in here.
This is a precision operation, and the boat is really travelling. At these speeds, a slip could be fatal.
We're coming up to about 45 knots now. Blowing the motors down. Just about to execute the operation. 50 metres from the Van Diemen. Standing up. Coming in. Coming in. Coming in. Go, go, go.
Skipper Lee Stanley and his crew prepare the police flagship Van Diemen for a 5-day patrol in Bass Strait. The Van Diemen is 23 metres long and has a range of 1,000 nautical miles. She patrols the entire Tasmanian coastline, and with a top speed of 30 knots, she can handle the toughest conditions.
So the boat's locked up for a week to a fortnight at a time, so it gets a bit stuffy, and we just cover it up to protect it a little bit from dust and so on. What I'm doing here, we've got pistols on board the vessel, and it's a normal operational procedure to be armed. The shotty, that's here in case we've got to dispose of wounded animals, but we haven't never used it. But it's there, and it's there just in case we carry one. So the firearms go separately. I'll lock that up in the tick. OC spray, which is another requirement for us to carry, and the magazines. Because this is really a floating police station, we need the equipment to respond to anything. So we carry it, but it's all secured, and that's where it stays, and that's where it'll probably stay the whole trip.
It's a bit of a squeeze because we take a fair bit with us, but we'll manage.
So who does all the cooking?
We all take a turn. Everybody has a go.
Come with me, I'll show you the skipper's cabin. This is where the big tree sleeps. My job is to maintain the boat. Basically, just make sure the operation runs smoothly, but it's a team effort and it's a bit of fun. We try to have fun, even though it's work. We try to have fun, and you'll probably see that over the next few days. Phil's the skipper, so there's two of us. So if I want a break, Phil can take the wheel. Alan Skegsy, he's been around, he knows his marine stuff, and we've got Damien on board. He's our chopper man, our bushwalk rescue guy, diver.
Which bed did you grab, Skegsy?
Gilly's good in the dinghies, so we've got a good team.
No, that'd be a good stepping stone.
You can't hurt anything in it, so.
You've got to listen to the forecasts, just so we know where we're going to lay for the night. But the yachts are coming down. They're saying southwest of southerlies, maybe 35 knots. Shouldn't be too bad, but little boats might notice it a bit.
The last updated position of most of the yachts. The bulk of the fleet's just entering Bass Strait now, so we'll soon know in the next 24 hours how they go.
Each year, while the Sydney to Hobart fleet battles its way through unpredictable and violent seas, the Van Diemen, with her hand-picked crew, patrols the eastern end of Bass Strait. just in case.
We'll work our way across to the east coast till we get to probably Pedal Point or Clark Island, and then we'll assess where we're going to stay tonight. But that way we're in the area, so if something happens during the Sydney-Hobart yacht race, we can respond within a couple of hours. We're not here for that, but we try to be in the area so that we can respond if something does happen. What we'll do, Jill, because we don't get up this way a great deal with the big boat, the objective today will be to patrol the coastal waters for recreational fishers, commercial poachers, whatever we come across we'll check.
All right, so where are you going to be, just up here?
I'll hang back a couple of miles so you can go ahead and do what you're doing, and I'm not in your way.
Okay.
Cool? Easy.
Yep.
It's a support vessel really for the tender boat.
The runabout, or Little Demon, can move along at speeds of up to 50 knots. That's fast. It has to be. A lot of fishermen also have fast boats.
How are you going?
There's one place I wouldn't like to swim. I think there'd be a couple of those big white bities around. It's a seal area, seal colony, and while we're out here, we'll have a look at the seals to see if there's any injured or seals with nets or ropes caught around them. If there are, we'll report it to National Parks. Because we can come here, we'll do it for them, but we'll just see what's on there at the moment. They're fine.
Yep. Who's the skipper of the boat?
That's me.
Yep, you got a licence?
Yes.
Cheers. I've got your life jackets, that's good.
Yeah.
None. Just make some details.
Come out.
No, you want the big fella.
Guys have just been here diving. They got themselves 3 whopper crayfish and 19 abs, all sized, all licensed, all looking good. They'll probably be heading in soon.
Yeah.
That's good.
Auxiliary got flares.
Yeah, underneath there.
Yep.
Top fire extinguisher underneath there. Yeah.
All right.
Bucket underneath there for baler.
The rope underneath. Oh, yeah.
Rope, yeah.
Oh, gross. It's treating a fish.
All right.
No worries, we'll leave you to it.
Okay then.
The weather's holding and there's quite a few boats on the water, but there's no poachers or cowboys around today.
Ever since we had a bad spate of drownings in the state, it got publicised quite a lot, and I think since then people have sort of been a lot more responsible now and a lot more aware of safety issues in boats around the state, which has been good.
Little Demon, Little Demon. This is Van Diemen, over. There we go.
Stumpy.
Stump it. Second course. Tom's there if anyone wants to be supervised.
I don't think so. Why start now?
Light the candles. Happy birthday.
Hooray!
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 Hooray! Yo!
As the crew sleep, the leading Sydney to Hobart yachts are approaching Tasmania, and the weather in Bass Strait is getting worse by the minute.
What time is it?
2:45.
I am.
As you can tell, we're all ready to go to work.
I'm overdressed.
That's how it goes.
Race leader Skandia has a severely damaged keel and has radioed for help.
14813.
That puts us roughly about Cape Naturalist.
Cape Naturalist, yeah.
We're 69 miles from the yacht.
69 from the yacht, righto.
Roger. Skandia, it's the vessel that hit the sunfish, has keel damage. We've just had a report through Scott Dunn and the radio room that is reported in a pan, which is It's a kind of an emergency, but I'm not in danger. I don't need help. Just let everyone know. And he's 60 miles off Ediston Point, rough. We haven't worked out the exact distance yet. We'll be with you in about 3 hours.
Yeah, I think they just want somebody standing by unless the keel separates. There's a possibility that they fear that the keel may separate, in which case they'll be in all sorts of trouble.
Roger, we'll secure ourselves and we'll head now.
Right, thanks very much.
Roger, mate.
Good cheero. Bye.
Going all right?
Yep, we're going.
We go throw some trails.
Get your gear on, guys.
As Skandia begins to drift in huge seas, the crew of the Van Diemen prepare for action.
I'll take the fruit upstairs so we've got something to nibble on. We're heading your direction. We'll be with you in about 3 hours. And we're on this number if you need us.
5 hours after the first call, Van Diemen is still chasing Skandia through 10-metre seas and 45-knot winds.
We're about 60 plus miles offshore now, off Cape Barren Island. We have had some rather large waves, rogue waves out here, and we've had a few frights. At the moment we've got a chopper talking to the skipper, and there's the chopper there, ABC chopper.
Andy, that situation now is worsening. It is 70% probability that they will abandon ship, over.
Yeah, Roger. We're showing 10 miles away. We're at 23 knots, so less than half an hour.
That's great news. Stand by to you. Skandia, less than 30 minutes away is Van Diemen, over.
Skandia has now lost all control and is drifting away from Van Diemen. Her 16 crewmen are in great peril.
Okay guys, there's a 70% chance now that they're going to abandon ship. Now we're probably looking at about 20 people. Phil, you man back next.
I'll do that, bro.
David Skitsy, wetsuits on, in the boat, like I said, get the guys and don't put yourself at risk.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Skandia. We are preparing
They're abandoning ship.
The skipper of Skandia has made the decision to abandon ship. Unless Van Diemen gets there in time, lives will be lost. Each of Skandia's life rafts only holds 8 people, and they have to deploy 2.
These people train hard for this type of work. This is where it comes into play. We might have a bit of fun of a night, we have a bit of a joke, but when it comes to this, they know what they're doing, and hopefully it all goes well. Okay, this stage, the van ship, they're in the life rafts. I don't reckon we tow the boat back. It'll be rescue the crew and get out of here. That's why I
Roger, confirm that.
The rafts are already drifting 800 metres apart. Will Van Diemen be able to reach both rafts and rescue everyone?
Okay, plan is we've got one raft 600-700 metres to the east of Skandia. We've got another raft just been deployed under the choppers.
Okay.
We'll go to that one first. There's a yacht looking after the second raft.
Skandia, over.
We'll get the sleep most likely.
I confirm we have 8 people in this raft. There are no persons on the boat. There are no persons on the boat, just a crew bag.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be right. But they're the guys that are going to be doing the work shortly. The guys on the back deck. I only have to keep this thing stationary.
So the second raft has been deployed. There are no persons on board Skandia.
Van Diemen looks like a small cabin cruiser, but the 23-metre boat is operating in massive seas. The only way to save Skandia's crew is to get them onto Van Diemen fast, and the only way to do this is to use the runabout. Even though he's been at the wheel for 8 hours straight, the skipper now faces the biggest challenge of his career.
Rafts can flip over, they can tip over, and with 16 guys, one raft over, someone got washed out of it, you're not going to get them. You're not going to get them all.
There's no margin for error. If the runabout is swamped or capsizes, there'll be no rescue for anyone. Getting the yachties on board needs each member of the team working at their peak. One slip here will be tragic.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. Oh, really? I don't think I'm standing there. I'm standing outside the rail.
They're about 5 metres, Dan. No, not yet. Having trouble getting on the rollers.
I wonder why I'm going grey.
Well, it was a double one.
9 hours after the first call, and Van Diemen now has an extra 16 souls aboard. It's always been a dangerous race. In 1998, 6 sailors drowned and 5 boats sank.
Okay, everyone number off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Righto, ready, go.
The closest safe harbour is at least 7 hours away, back through the storm.
Just sort of keep sailing that way. Yep.
It's fairly mind-blowing trying to operate in those conditions. Yeah, it was a new experience, but we both talked to each other and talked our way through it.
You're our hero.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think a bomb went off. Direct result of almost 13 hours at sea.
Lima 83, this is Yankee 18 Van Diemen. Yeah, Lima 83, Matt, we're not far away now. We're going to require an ambulance to carry 2 film crew to the hospital. They're severely sick. We're going to need transport for 16 sailors from Lady Baron to Whitemark. And if you can arrange 6,000 litres of diesel for me, please.
I've got mine, I've got Matt, I've got Heelys.
Hello. No, mate. We're tied up at Lady Baron. So we're going to clean up a huge mess very shortly, and it was very untidy. They still spew out the deck. Even the yachties, these U-boat yachties got on board. We go around the world, we don't get sick, and there's vomit out there where they've been spewing. Yeah. Anyway, we'll clean it up after brekkie. I don't think we can handle it before brekkie.
Sorry.
You're right. You want a bit of my egg?
No.
Come on, I don't want it all. Make some before you do it.
Stan, I don't want to go anywhere near your eggs.
I think our toast might have been a bit cooked too.
What was that?
When we were at Pedro Blanco, he spewed so much that he burnt all his throat.
That's right.
We had to take him off the boat, didn't he?
It was a marvellous job.
I enjoyed the mouth-to-mouth yesterday.
No, I just want to check the... Good shot.
Oh, very well, thank you, sir. How are you? We did indeed, thank you. No, you're certainly not. I'll pass you over. Thank you.
Yes, the Inspector did convey your message yesterday, and yes, we have a bit of fun every now and again, but I mean, yesterday was a big one. It was the crew on board this boat excelled. I mean, they were pretty dangerous conditions when they're actually out in the dinghy, and they did a marvellous job, both on deck and in the dinghy. Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, we had 24 people on here yesterday at the end, and you can imagine what kind of mess that was. Everyone was wet. So we've got heaters going, trying to dry out the carpet. Everyone's having a spring clean just to try and get it back up to scratch for the next one. Basically said, have a beer on him, which we will.
Oh, that's very good.
Hey.
Crownie?
I don't know how much you paid. No, well, it's a good call. It's a genuine call, and he was.
That is good.
It was. You don't usually get calls like that. I mean, they accept. That was from the Deputy Commissioner Jack Johnson.
Time's now 5:04 a.m. and we're here escorting the lead yacht, the Hobart, down the Derwent River. We're just past the John Garrow light in the Derwent River, which means we're very, very close to the finish line now. And we're here escorting the boat in, ensuring that no spectator craft impede the progress of the yacht. The first boat is in Hobart.
As the race winner arrives in Hobart, Skandia is drifting helplessly out into the Tasman Sea. She was salvaged 4 days later.
So we came down around in here to Cape Naturalist, and that's where we were laying when we got the call. So that was kind of 5.5 hours from here to there, and then another 6 hours to come back in here with the crew on board, and this is where we brought them to.
So total diving about 13 or 14 hours?
Yeah, 198 miles.
Impressive.
So can I ask you to stand and... The Commissioner and indeed the Department would like to recognise the crew of the Van Diemen. The first commendation goes to Alan Skiggs, Phil Jarman, Jill Dayton and Damien Bidgood, and it is, and I'll quote, "This is in recognition of your leadership, commitment, professionalism and skills involved in the rescue of the crew of the ocean-going yacht Skandia on the 28th of December 2004, whilst a crew member of police vessel Van Diemen." So can I ask all four of you to stand and accept this? Perhaps Jill, you might like to receive it on behalf of the crew. Any good team requires a leader, and so Lee, this is in recognition of your leadership, commitment, professionalism and skills displayed as skipper of police vessel Van Diemen when involved in the rescue of the crew of the ocean-going yacht Skandia